Hello there, and welcome to Navigating Life as an Immigrant Woman, where we share stories and challenge you to expand your thinking and leverage your immigrant advantage. If you are on that journey of becoming a successful woman, you are in the right place. Welcome to episode 11. My name is Ifoma Ngudike, the author of The Successful Immigrant Woman. 8 transformational strategies to build confidence, be empowered, and achieve success as an immigrant woman. In today's episode, we're going to look at something that really hurts: rejection. But we're also going to explore how you can bounce back from rejection. Everybody suffers from rejection at some point or the other. Recently, my 2 nieces who are new to Canada came home from school and they were in distress. They were in tears. So they've been trying to make friends, they made some friends, and then after a few weeks, some of their old friends, decided that they didn't want these new girls to be part of their group. And you can imagine how devastating that is for girls, for teenage girls. And so they came home from school really devastated. And it reminded me of how a lot of immigrants go through different kinds of rejection, whether it's your job seeking, but also definitely that social aspect of rejection. And today we're going to take rejection as part of that feedback loop. We're going to see how we're going to use rejection to continue to navigate life and be successful. When I wrote my book, I came across a study on rejection, and it shows that the part of the brain that lights up when we go through a physical pain is the same part of the brain that lights up when we experience rejection. In fact, that study also shows that people who were given Tylenol after rejection, just like somebody would have been given Tylenol if they hurt themselves from a fall, those people reported that the hurt and the pain of rejection subsided. Now, I'm not saying that when you get rejected on anything, for any reason, that you go take Tylenol, but it's just interesting how our brain even reacts to rejection. So yes, rejection stings. It doesn't just hurt. So when you experience rejection, how do you deal with that? How do you bounce back? Because it can set you back a lot, right? If you experience rejection, especially if you experience it multiple times. How do you grow from this uncomfortable experience? Rejection is not like failure. When you fail in something, you know what you didn't do well. It's usually because you didn't do well in something. That's maybe why you failed. Rejection is really different. It's definitely tied to social acceptance, so it hurts more. So what good really can come from this experience? Recently, I was looking at receiving feedback, and I think that rejection is a feedback. And so how can you handle it? Like most feedback, I think that when you decide that you're going to be open, you're going to bounce back, it does not mean that you are not good or you don't have good qualities when you get rejected. It just means that this is some feedback that you need to work through. You need to understand, what is this experience trying to tell me about what I can improve on. The other thing I'd like to mention about rejection is just remember that sometimes it's not really about you. Yes, it happened to you, but most times rejection is not personal. It's neither because of something you have done or not done, nor is it something you don't have. It's often situational. For example, you didn't get the job because they don't know you well. You didn't get the contract not because of your abilities, but because they did not understand your abilities fully at the interview. So don't internalize the rejection as something that was strictly about you. It happened to you, but it's not you. Again, take it as feedback and go back and do some work and find how you can approach the situation differently if you have to. The last thing I'll say about rejection, and I know this can be challenging, especially when you're in that situation, when you're in the experience. Remember that you have to get up and get going again. If I burn my finger on the stove, on the hot stove, I will apply cream to help it heal. And what do I do next? Well, I don't just sit around and I will never cook again. I will get up and I'll continue because I need to eat. So if you suffer rejection, you cannot escape the burn and pain. Yes, have a party and have your pity party, experience your pain, but give yourself some time. Get up, get energized, and go out there, focus on your goals, and do not let this set you back, or worse still, derail you and your efforts. Thank you for listening in today. If you enjoyed this episode, follow me on LinkedIn or Instagram, subscribe to this channel, and you can find more on rejection, how to deal with rejection, and other topics to help you on your success journey from my book, The Successful Immigrant Woman. I'll see you again next week on another episode.